Uh, so today I'm answering a question about what I have acknowledged about the audience feedback and what I've obtained from the audience feedback. Now, in order to get audience feedback in the first place, I created a survey on SurveyMonkey, and I picked 8 people. 4 of them know media and know how music videos go, know about codes and conventions. So that would be a more in-depth answer, whereas the other 4 were just 4 randomly picked people in the school from my year, which would be year 13, and they were told to watch the video and they were given questions. So first of all, to make this some sort representative and unbiased, I picked 4 males and 4 females. As you can see, there's 8 people that have answered, 4 male, 4 female. And the first question was, how old are you? Majority were 15 to 18, which is understandable because in my year most people are either 18 or 17. One person that we chose randomly must have been between 19 to 21. This would be a retake who is still in school, and some of these would be 15 to 16, which were randomly picked. Now the first question was, from 1 being least and 5 being the most, what would you rate the professionalism of the video? So 2 people answered 3 and 6 people answered 4. This shows that our video was pretty professional, seeing as majority thought it was professional. So this is some of the feedback that we've got. So far we think that the video is professional. And the next question was, from 1 being the least and 5 being the most, what would you rate the editing levels of the music video? 3 people chose 3 and 5 people chose 4. Again, pretty high scores. So I'd say we succeeded in editing levels. We've done pretty well in editing. Not the best, but we've done good. We've done more than average, and we've done average. From 1 being the least and 5 being the most, what would you rate the video for how entertaining it is? Now this is similar results, just slightly differ in how many people chose 3 and 4. 2 people chose 3 and 6 people chose 4. So you can see pretty much it's pretty much the same. It's between 3 and 4, and there was always more 4s than 3s from entertaining, editing and professionalism. Now the next question was, do you think our music video is similar to other professional music videos? There was 7 out of 8 that answered yes, and 1 person answered sometimes. So we asked why. The first person said, because it has a narrative and the performance to follow. It is edited, however majority of the music videos are edited, looks professional with top and bottom black borders and the really clear image quality. So the first person clearly likes the video and knows it and is stating why it looks professional, because in their eyes, having a narrative and a performance to follow is professional. The editing looks professional, as he or she has said, and the top and bottom black borders, which professional movies and music videos tend to have, and the really clear image quality, which we really tried to do this time compared to last year. The next person said it looks just like a music video where there is a story and lip syncing. Also, the black top and bottom borders make it look like a professional video. Again, the top black and bottom borders make it look like a professional video. Again, I can tell that this would be someone who doesn't know much about media, because they haven't gone into how codes and conventions make it look like a music video. So I can tell that this person does not do media and is one of the random people we chose. So yeah, there's again storyline and lip syncing. So basically storyline and performance, just like what the first person said. And the next one says, because it follows many codes and conventions of music videos, such as performance and narrative. This person looks like he or she knows about media, and has said that the codes and conventions make it look like a music video, if only he had gone into depth of what kind of codes and conventions. The next one says, it contains many codes and conventions of music videos, such as performance and narrative, which professional music videos tend to have. Also, I think the camera work was very professional with crystal clear images. Again, codes and conventions and performance and narratives. Performance and narratives is a code and convention. So this person has gone in depth. So yep, this shows that our video was professional. So far it's a success. And again, crystal clear image, which makes me really happy because that's what we try to do this time compared to last year. It had a performance and narrative. Again, many people are talking about performance and narrative. Includes very common codes and conventions of music videos. Also, they had a professional black top and bottom border, and the quality of the video was amazing. So far it looks like performance, narrative, the top and bottom black borders, and the quality of the video has made our video look very professional. Next person says, because you have the typical convention of performance and narrative, again performance and narrative, which is common in music videos. The video has been edited really well. It has a top and bottom black border, and also the camera quality is nice and crisp. Again, makes me happy due to the camera quality being nice and crisp. Again, top and bottom black borders, and the performance and narrative. And finally, it says you have clear quality. You have professional black borders on top and bottom, and editing is very good. Love the narrative and performance part too. So again, we're talking about image quality and narrative and performance, and 8 out of 8 say that it looks professional. Yeah, so again, you can see how they talk about clear quality, professional borders on the top and bottom, and editing and performance and narrative. So overall, I think with these responses, I think the video has been looking very professional due to the image quality, the narrative and the performance, and the top and bottom black borders, which shows how successful and professional the music video looks. And the next question was, would you continue watching the music video after 1 minute into the music video? I wanted to know if the audience got bored looking at the beginning of the music video and if they tend to just exit it because they found it a bit boring. Obviously, I didn't make any of them watch from beginning to end. I told them, here's the video. After you've watched the video, do this survey. Done. So I didn't monitor them to see if they watched the whole video or if they filled out the whole survey. But yeah, pretty much most of them say, well, 100% of them say they would continue watching it. And then I wanted to know why. So I asked why. So the first person says there's a storyline to follow. The next person says because the narrative matched with the lyrics and I found the video entertaining. The narrative matched the lyrics and I found the video entertaining. Now an example of this would be that would be here, when you've been fighting it for all your life. As you can see, he's fighting at the moment. He's being beaten up. So I guess that could be a part of the scene that he's talking about. Next person says because there was a narrative to follow and it kept me interested. So far it's the narrative that's kept people interested. The next person said the music video started off with the narrative. Again, narrative. This allows me to follow something like a storyline. This storyline seemed interesting, so yes, I would continue watching. That was really nice. Because there was a narrative that got me hooked, especially when I saw the protagonist being beaten up. I wanted to know how equilibrium is met. Again, this shows that this person was someone from the media class. The narrative hooks me in, simple and easy. Because within the first minute, the protagonist is beaten up by the bullies and there's a narrative to follow, which grabbed my attention. Again, it looks like the narrative in the beginning is what's grabbing people's attention and wanting them to watch on. The narrative sort of gets me into the music video, especially when the protagonist is beaten up at the beginning. Makes me want to watch on and see what happens. Oh, that's a really nice answer. So all these answers tell me that it's the storyline and the narrative that's what kept the audience watching. So to me, it makes me happy because we did put a lot of effort into the narrative. We wanted it to be unique and something that students could relate to, and our video is about bullying, so many students can relate to that and might not do anything about it. This video could be an encouragement or an inspirational video. And then our next question was, do you like our music video? Simple and easy, and 8 out of 8 of them said they liked it. This shows me that the music video was pretty successful so far. However, there are a few more questions that have been answered and we need to go through, so it could go downhill from there or it could go even better. So in the next part of the survey, people watching the video were asked, is there anything that could be improved as part of the music video? So this is everything. These are all the weaknesses our music video had. First one said, yes, there are a few shots where it looks blurry. This makes the video look odd as the rest are really clear shots. Also, the scenes where he goes to school could be cut down by having more performance pieces. I think the video lacked performance scenes. Right, so he said there are a few shots where it looks blurry. This makes the video look odd. So our weakness here is there's a few shots that look blurry compared to the nice clear shots that we've had. And also the beginning part where the protagonist is walking to school could be cut down and a few performance pieces could be put in because he thinks that our video lacked performance videos, which I can understand and I can see where he's coming from. The next person says, yes, the shot where the protagonist is walking to school looks a bit shaky, and in the house there are two scenes that looked odd because they are not as clear as the rest, as they look a bit blurry. So let's find that first shot. He walks to school and it looks a bit shaky. I see. Yes, the video is shaking. As you can see here, the video is shaking. So yeah, I can see where he's coming from. That should have been fixed up. That should have been spotted too. But yeah, I can see where he's coming from, but it looks shaky. And then he also said there are two scenes that look odd because they are not as clear as the rest, and they look a bit blurry. I think this part is one of them where he thinks it looks blurry as nothing can be seen. And then he said there's another one too, so we'll find the other one. Right, I think this is the shot where he thought it looks a bit blurry. You can see the sofas. You can see just from his skin, it's not crisp clear. I think that's the scene he was talking about. That was a bit blurry, yeah, but I can understand where he's coming from. The next person says, reduce the length of the journey from home to school. In that time, you could have had more performance scenes. I think the video lacked performance scenes. Most of it was narrative. Again, it's the length of the video where he walks to school. Let's actually see if it is that long. Right, so okay, so let's say the video starts from 0 seconds and we'll see how long it takes him to get to school. Yeah, I can understand where he's coming from. There's a lot of walking. So it takes him it's just under a minute, which I can see where he's coming from because in that minute there's a lot of scenes of him walking to school, then there's about 2 performance pieces and then that's it, and for a minute that's pretty boring, so I can understand where he's coming from. So that's another weakness. The length of the beginning shot of him walking to school could be reduced. The next response was, when you had the bully, you could have had more than one bully to show dominance over the protagonist. Then the bullying would be seen more unfair and would get a better reaction out of the audience. Also, him being filmed walking to school and back could have been cut down a bit more. That part was not as important. Also, I think you have had more shots of performance, as I think the video was overloaded with the narrative. So this one is a new one where he was being bullied. There should have been more bullies, which I can understand because the more bullies there are, it shows dominance and it shows how even more unfair it is. So he would get a reaction out of the audience. Also, him being filmed walking to school and back, that could have been cut down. Again, that's another one that's been coming up again and again. And also the part where oh yeah, so he's saying, yeah, it could be cut down and more performance parts could be put in because it was overloaded with narrative. So again, overloaded with narrative, long beginning, and a new one, which was that there should be more bullies. The next response said, maybe a few more exciting locations could have been used. Also, in the beginning, the part where he walks to school is too long. It should be reduced slightly. Again, the beginning part, him walking to school, I can understand he does need to be reduced. The first one is a new one. Maybe a few more exciting locations could have been used. However, when a student is going to school and back, there's not many exciting locations he can go through as he's going to school, because it's a journey. You can't make the journey more exciting. It's just a journey. And plus, if I had to make it more exciting with better locations, I'd want to include that in the video. And people are already saying that the beginning was a bit long. So certain things would be longed out even more if I had to put like videos of different locations and good looking locations. But yeah, I can understand where he's coming from, because it was just a road going to school. Literally just involved the same road, the house, and school. That's it. So yeah, a few more locations could have been used. Yes, I think that the shot taken for the digipack you could have had the text onto it, such as track list and all other necessary writing that digipacks have. However, the music advert was fine, as it contained all the codes and conventions of music adverts. So the music adverts seem to be looking good, but this person has an issue with the digipack. Fair enough. Yes, there is always room for improvement. For example, when you have the scene of the head teacher speaking, the music should not slowly go low to a point where it stops. The volume should just be reduced. Volume is reducing. I don't see where the music completely stops. Oh, I heard it. The music does completely stop for a split second. That was this person. Yes, so yeah, I heard how the volume does reduce, stop for a split second, and then start again. That could be fixed up in the editing part. That's probably why we didn't get 5 for editing. I think this happened because when I was editing and reducing the volume to that scene where the head teacher was speaking, so the volume had to be low, it was a sort of a fade, and the sort of the curve of the fade in the volume went all the way down, and that couldn't be leveled up or down. But maybe I was just inexperienced at the software, and I could have done a bit more research on the software. So yeah, I can see where he's coming from. And yes, I think there is one shot inside the protagonist's house where the shot looks kind of blurry. Again, we've seen that. It looks odd because all the other shots are perfectly crisp. I can understand where he's coming from, and I have seen that part of the video. Let's see if I can show you again. So as you can see, nice crisp shots, again clear image quality, and then here you can see it looks a bit blurry. You can tell just looking at that, and a bit of his skin, it's not clear. Let me check it so I can see where he's coming from. Now the next question was, would our digipack task persuade you to watch our music video? 5 out of 8 said yes, 3 out of 8 said no. So we asked why. So the first person said because the digipack shows me that there is a storyline that occurs in the video. Also, I can tell by the image that the character is a school kid just like me, so I can relate to it. I could tell he was a school kid because of the way he is dressed. This shows me that this person did like the digipack, so he was one of the ones that said yes. So he said he does like the digipack because there's a storyline. So the storyline can be shown through the digipack, and also he can tell by the image of the character that he's a school kid. Maybe he or she could tell from the clothing he was wearing, and how old he looked by his face. So we can tell this digipack was quite a success because it can say because this person has that he or she can relate to it, and he or she could tell that he was a school kid because of the way he was dressed. So when our digipack can relate to the audience, it shows how successful it is, because it's hard for audience to relate to a music video compared to not being able to relate to a music video. So yeah, that's really good. This person says the digipack has images that look like they're all from the same location. Different locations could have been used. Also, it looks very simple and basic. I can understand that. The digipack. So we did use the same location, yeah, for the digipack we did. Looks simple and basic. This is because the digipack has shots that tell a story. For example, the front cover, the half happy, half sad face. This shows that there is a bad start and a good ending. Good endings are what most people want to see. Therefore, the digipack did persuade me. So this shows us how our digipack can persuade someone to watch the music video. This person particularly got the front cover persuaded them because of the half happy, half sad face, and how they knew that though those half faces represented good and bad, and the good ending persuaded this person to watch the rest of the music video. I think the digipack does not reveal much about the music video. Certain aspects like low-key lighting is all that I can identify. I think it's identify. I think this digipack could be improved with further research into popular digipacks. I did research into digipacks. Maybe I could have done more research into pop/rock hybrid digipacks, because I tend to split it up into pop and rock. I could have done pop and rock together as a hybrid and researched more digipacks on pop and rock. Fair enough. This person said because it's too simple. If it was something I had not seen before, then I would be more interested. However, it was a good effort. Again, there's another person who said it looks a bit simple. I can understand where they were coming from. The next person said, this is because the digipack tells a little story within itself. You can see on the front cover, he's covered the sad to happy face. Binary opposites. This person is a media student, as they know about binary opposites. Then also, when you have him in the left-hand side, it shows how lonely he is, but then you also have him standing taller than the trees. This shows how he has overcome his issue and he is superior now. So the sad to happy face, binary opposites, he knows that that's sad to happy. He also talks about one of the covers where the track list goes. He's on a hill, dark hill, low-key lighting. He's all the way on the left-hand side. He looks like a silhouette. And then there's the trees silhouette. It looks like a silhouette, but it's actually trees. It's just the lighting, how it was. And there's a higher population of trees than him, which shows he's lonely. This was our aim, and this person has realized that. And also the shot where he is standing on a ledge, standing over the trees. We wanted to show how his issues have been resolved and he is superior, and this person has understood that. So again, it shows that the way we wanted the audience to see things, they are seeing it. So it shows how, to a certain degree, our digipack was successful. The next part is, because the digipack has a story with... Oh, no, that's the one I read. The next one is, the images sort of tell a story themselves. With all the mechs involved, such as low-key lighting, high-key lighting, it sort of foreshadows the narrative. Again, the high-key lighting and the low-key lighting. We did do that for the front cover, where the sad face, he's looking down, is low-key lighting, and then the happy face is looking to us and is high-key lighting, and the sad part was low-key lighting. So yep. Next question was, from 1 being the least and 5 being the best, what would you rate our ancillary task? So this time we got one person who thought it was a 2, 5 people thought it was 3, and 1 person thought it was 4. So the results were pretty average. I think from this result, we can say our ancillary task was okay. Next question was, would our music advert persuade you to watch the music video? 6 people said yes, 2 people said no. So overall, the music advert was a success as it persuaded people, and that is the aim of a music advert, to persuade people to watch the music video. Then we asked why. And again, we got 8 responses. Again, I can see the emotion in the character's face, and knowing he's a school kid just like me, I know that what it feels like to go through rough times at school, so I can relate. Let me see if I can find it. So here you can see the half sad, half happy face, and then the loneliness shown here, and then the superiority shown here as he's taller than the trees, looking down. You can see all these buildings. So here you can see the person is talking about the huge image of the protagonist and how it looks a bit sad here, and how this first person said that he or she can see the emotion in the character's face, and knowing he's a school kid just like this person, they know what it feels like to go through rough times at school, so this person can relate. Again, this shows how successful the music advert was, because when you can relate to it, it's just amazing. The next person said, because of the message that says last week's most listened to song, this got my attention. Also, the huge image of the artist got my attention. Again, one of the codes and conventions of music adverts for upcoming artists was having their face up really big right in the center. So clearly this is working, as a lot of people are talking about a huge image. Again, you can see the emotion in the character's face, the huge image, and also this message about the last week's most listened to song. Here it is, this week's most listened to song. Again, that shows how it was successful. Next person said, the music advert allows me to follow the artist on social media, and through this I saw behind the scenes and it looked pretty interesting. So yes, it persuaded me to watch it. One of the things that new music adverts lacked, which I talked about in another evaluation question, was social media on the music advert. Not many artists seem to be putting that up. All they seem to be putting up is the name of the song, the name of the artist, and little bits and bobs of tour dates and many other dates, but they tend to lack putting social media in. So therefore I put social media in. Clearly it has worked, because this person had gone to one of our links, and it must have been Facebook, because that's where we posted our behind the scenes video, and they saw it and it persuaded them to watch it. So that's a success. The next person said, I think that the music advert looks pretty simple. It does not have many codes and conventions, however it looks simple. Again, he said simple twice. I can understand where he's coming from. There's not many vibrant colors. It does look pretty plain, but we wanted to show how boring his life was, how simple his life was, but he's still going through hard times. We could have added a bit more color. I can understand. It does not have many codes and conventions. I think my music advert has quite a few codes and conventions, but then I can understand where he's coming from. Maybe he's seen different types of music adverts where there's things he's seen on other music adverts that's not on mine. Again, it looks very simple. It needs something exciting to get my attention. This is understandable. It's pretty plain colors. I just wanted to represent his simple life. Another weakness is, no, this one's a strength. It says last week's most listened to song is what got their attention. The next one said, again, similar to the digipack, the image used shows disequilibrium to equilibrium. This is a media student. Also, the test that says the text that says the most viewed song in the last week makes me want to watch the video to see what is attracting everyone. Again, that text has shown how our music advert could be successful in making people want to watch the music video. And the last one said it has information like most listened to song in the last week that makes me want to listen to it again. That one little text has made such a huge difference in wanting, like making people want to watch the video. It shows how successful music adverts are. For 1 being the least and 5 being the best, what would you rate our music advert? 2 people said 2, 1 person said 3, and the majority 4 said 4. So this shows overall our music advert was a success. Do you feel our 3 products work well together in giving detailed and persuasive information for viewers to go watch the music video? 6 out of 8 said yes, and 2 out of 8 said no. So overall, it shows that our music video was successful, and our ancillary tasks do relate to our music video and make people want to go watch it. So overall, the audience feedback has been really well. In the next part, I'll be talking about I'll outline the strengths, the weaknesses, and the improvements that could have been made. So overall, I have strengths, weaknesses. For the music advert, the strengths were the huge image of the face, showing emotions to the audience. The social media, seeing as one of the people taking the survey actually went and looked up the social media and saw the Facebook behind the scenes, and this is what interested him into watching the video. The other part was the most listened to song, that little section that was put into the music advert. This attracted many people to want to go see what the hype was all about. So this makes people want to watch the music video. And then the main weakness was it looked simple and plain. For the digipack, the strengths were it tells a bit of the story. The happy and sad face shows binary opposites and how there's a good ending to it. Sort of foreshadows a good ending to the video, and people like to see good endings. A lot of mechs was used, so that was another strength. Weaknesses were plain and simple again, and another one was more locations could have been used. Again, more locations could have been used to make it less simple and plain. So yeah, I can understand where he's coming from. Now for the music video, the strengths were good performance. There was a good performance, there was a good narrative to follow, and this was really important because you could tell when I asked the video if the person got bored within the first minute. Many of the answers were no, because there was a storyline to follow, so that was really good. The very clear image quality, this was a huge thing for us because last year the quality wasn't as well, because we didn't know how to use cameras as well. So this time we actually made sure we wanted crisp quality shots throughout the whole music video. Another strength was using the tripod because many of our videos are not shaky. There's about 2 shots that were shaky. One of them was intentional, the other one wasn't, which was highlighted out to me in the survey. Another strength was the top and bottom black borders, which everyone said made it look really professional, which I can understand where they're coming from because many music videos, including movies, have these top and bottom black borders to show professionalism. Another strength was good lip sync, so it wasn't off, it wasn't too slow, it wasn't too fast, it was on the dot, it was perfect lip syncing, so that was really good. And the last one was includes many causes of conventions and music videos, which I've listed from the above, or from before. Weaknesses include certain blurry shots, like the one you just saw in the house where he leans forward to watch the fight scene. There was too much narrative. So far you can probably tell that there's been about 3 performance scenes, which is understandable. And also the beginning journey where he walked from home to school was pretty long. You've just watched that. And also shakiness, which there was one shot where he was filmed coming to school and it was a bit shaky as it was windy on that day and the tripod wasn't level due to the pavement. But yeah, that could have been improved. So overall, the improvements were to make the music advert less simple and plain. This could have been by adding more colors in, making it look more attractive. The improvements for the digipacks could have been, again, different locations to make it less plain and simple. The improvements for the music video could have been to get rid of certain blurry shots. So that should have been refilmed. You just seen the end of the music video. I'm just going to start it again. So there's another one was too much narrative, so a bit more performance could have been done, which is understandable. So we could have had more performance shots, which would have cut down the beginning journey of him walking to school that you're watching right now. By including performance shots, we could have cut down the journey, made it less longer. And also the shakiness could have been improved, so the shots that were shaky or the shots that were blurry should have been analyzed and retaken. For example, just now, look, it's really shaky, which we didn't realize until the survey. So we should have done that. We should have improved that shakiness. But yeah, overall, I think the music video, the feedback was pretty positive, with obviously negative feedback, but that only helps us make things better and realize for next time. So yeah, thanks for watching.